Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Edna Keep here today for Mindset Monday. Did everyone have a good weekend? I know we sure did. It was well-needed rest, actually. We had our three-day event this week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Some of you might have heard me talking about it on Friday. But yeah, we had a really, really good turnout. And we got lots of really great positive feedback. And I'm happy to announce that my mindset course is going to be released at the end of the week. So stay tuned for that. You're going to see a little bit of advertising for it. So if that's something that interests you, I'm going to talk a little bit more about it at the end too. Good morning, Chandel. Good morning, Amanda. Good morning, Ken. How are you? Nice to see you guys on here. So what'd you guys do this weekend? Anything exciting? We had dance again all weekend. The girls had dance Friday night, 3 sessions Saturday, and 1 session on Sunday. So we always really enjoy that. It's our youngest daughter, and man, they've got some nice costumes and great routines. So it was really good. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Mary. How are you? Nice to see you guys on here. This is awesome. Okay, I'm just going to check. It looks like I always get I get told, make sure you wait a minute, let some people get on before you start talking. Does anyone have anything else they want to tell me so I can delay a couple seconds? I always think, oh, you can always go back and listen for a minute. Ken says, I put an offer in for an 8-unit in Saskatoon. Awesome. Can't wait to hear how that goes for you. Good morning, Carla. How are you? Good morning, Amanda's on here too. Awesome. Good morning, Mike. This is great. Okay, well, you know what? Today I'm going to talk about short-term mindset versus long-term mindset. So many people don't think long-term. You know, I've heard the expression, and you probably have too, that more people plan for a vacation that they're going on than plan for their whole life. And I just think that's sad because geez, it doesn't take me very long to plan a vacation. As a matter of fact, we're going to San Juan. I think we're still waiting to get hotel confirmation of hotels and flight availability. But we're going to San Juan on Easter week. Not even sure what date. We're going to take our girls, and probably one of our business partners are going to go down there with us. We've got a building we want to look at that's in foreclosure, and we get first crack at buying it. So it's an office building that's making some pretty good money. So we just decided last minute, well, we're still deciding because we don't even 100% know yet, but we're going to head off. We're going to make it a business / fun trip because our kids are off from school, so it's kind of nice to be able to do that. So if you spend as much time as I do planning trips, which is not very long, throw your suitcase together and let's get out the door. You're going to really be in trouble. So I hope you'll spend a little bit more time planning your life, because you know you do get to design the life that you want. And I'm reading a really good book again, and I don't know if people on here have ever read the book called Conversations with God by Neil Donald Walsh, I think is his name. And I only read one volume. I don't even know which one it is actually. But recently it was recommended to me. He just did a 4th volume, and I've started reading it. And it's really interesting because it does talk about how we make our own world. If you are wherever you are at the moment, it's because you've made that. And I know some people don't agree with that. They think circumstances got them there, but you know what? Every thought you think is energy, and you are designing your life. Now, if you have a thought and you let it go, you're not attracting stuff. But if you're having a thought, and sometimes that thought's not even yours, I realize that those thoughts are sometimes floating out in the air, and you decide to hold on to that thought, that is when you're manifesting stuff. That is when you're designing your life. So if you are holding on to a negative thought, which could be, oh, somebody cut me off in traffic this morning. Everybody's a jerk. Everybody's an a-hole. And everybody hates me. And if that's a thought that you hold on to, that is you designing your life. Do you get that? That's you designing your life. Now, if somebody cuts you off in traffic and you go, oh, you bugger, and then you immediately let it go, you're not designing that. You're not attracting more of that. You're letting it go. And the reason I'm using this for an example is because I've done this. You know, I've gotten traffic and I get all frustrated with how people drive and get upset and I realize that that's not serving me at all. But something happened this weekend that actually made me really proud of myself, and so I'm going to share that with you. I was taking my daughters to shop at the Northgate Mall. And we were driving in, I think we're meeting Warren there, and so Desiree and I decided we'd go in and have an ice cream cone, and our other daughter wanted to look at jackets and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm talking away to my daughter, not really paying attention. I notice a vehicle is backing out. So I wait for the vehicle to back out, and then I start pulling into the slot. And Desiree points and she goes, oh, Mom, look, that guy thought that spot was going to be his. He goes, what? Like this. And I immediately turned to him and I went, oh, sorry, you know, just like this. And I went, do you want to park there? And he goes, no, it's okay. And because there was actually parking like 3 slots down, because I just finished driving by it yet. So he must have seen it by then. And he went and parked there. But you know what? Before, I probably would have said, oh, fuck it, I'm here first, or something like nasty thought like that. So I was really proud of myself that naturally, and I didn't even have to think about it, I went, oh, you want to park there? You know, I felt good about that. So that is taking something that maybe you would have been negative about in the past and not letting it stick there, not letting it dwell there. And then I felt good about what I did, gave him a chance to park, because I would have backed out if he hadn't have said he wanted, or that he was okay. I would have just backed out, because I do realize that that's kind of frustrating when you're waiting for a spot and someone else just pulls into it, because I've had it happen and I've swore about it and got all upset about it. So that's why I was kind of happy about that. So watch what you're holding there. Because whatever you're holding in your mind continuously is what you're going to attract. So when we're talking at the 3-day event about attracting investors, keep thinking about the ideal type of investor that you'd like to attract. And, you know, a good description. It might not be just somebody with lots of money. It might be somebody with lots of money who likes me, trusts me, wants to be part of my team, that I can do a good service to, that is open and friendly and willing to try new things. Like, you get to design that. You get to design the type of investors that you attract. But then watch, because sometimes you're going to attract investors who maybe have some of the criteria, but they're high maintenance. They're not that nice of people because you know them maybe from before. So then think twice, because if you take on somebody like that, they're going to drain your energy. And you want to keep your energy levels up. So if you have good positive energies all the time, it's easier to attract good positive investors. You see that? So that's just one way to keep your mindset in place. But watch things that you think. Watch if you're living in scarcity. Watch if you're living in lack. Because if you're living in lack, I don't have enough money to do that. I can't afford this. One of the exercises we did, again, at the 3-day event, and I always find this powerful for people to do, is to do a sheet called How Can I Afford Something Right Now? 50 ways to how I can afford something right now. Because you can always figure out ways you can afford something right now, unless you tell yourself, I can't. And one of the fellows that spoke at the 3-day event is a mindset coach, Mark France. And he talked about how he doesn't let his kids use that word. And he says, because as soon as they use that word, they get this, oh, I can't. But if he makes them say, what? What's that word? You're using that word again. You can't use that 4-letter word in this house. And he says, what can you do? And then they just automatically start looking for ways they can do whatever it happens to be. So if he can train his 6-year-old, I can't remember exactly how old they were, but let's say 6 and 8-year-old to think like that, we can train ourselves to think like that. Because you know what? Nobody else is going to train that for you. You can take a mindset course. You can learn that kind of stuff. You can be on here and you can learn that kind of stuff. But unless you take responsibility and start actually changing those thoughts, you're going to end up in the same place you were last year. So watch those thoughts, realize that you design the life you have by the thoughts you think, by the thoughts that you allow to stick in your head. And you know what? Another thing to think about is too, you get what you pay for. If you want to read a book, you'll get a book's knowledge. If you want to take a course, you'll get a course knowledge. And if you want to sign up for a year-long mastermind, you'll get a year-long value out of that. So just different levels of different ways and different levels of thinking of the same thing. We got some bunch more people on here. Thank you for joining. Jason, good morning, Jason. Good morning, Harry. Harry says, I'm so lost on time, I'm not even sure if I'm on the right Mindset Monday. You're on the right Mindset Monday, Harry. You're here. Good morning, Corny. Good morning, Dave. Hey, good talk, Dave. My husband did miss most of it, and he's the one that needed to hear about that. So I've sent him your PowerPoint, and he might have to give you a call to go through it with you. But it was really, really good. Dave knows a lot of good stuff about how to decrease the expenses on your apartment building. Good morning, Derek. How are you? Harry says, practice being the person that receives the garbage instead of being the person that dumps trash on others. You don't even want to receive the garbage. I refuse. People start dumping on me. I say, stop, stop, stop. I don't want to listen to that crap. Let's talk about something positive. So no, you don't have to be the person that receives the garbage. Because if you let yourself receive that garbage, that drains you. So don't take in that garbage and don't give it out. That's a better way to think. Good morning, Savannah. Savannah just signed up for my program last night. Congratulations. And good morning, Jill. Hey, happy birthday, Jill. I didn't realize it was your birthday. Was it yesterday or Saturday? But happy birthday. And Jason, good morning. So, okay, awesome. Okay, so is there any questions? Good morning, Damien. How are you? Any questions at all about some of that mindset stuff? Is there anything that I can help you with? Is there any questions that you have on how to get, say, from maybe where you're stuck a little bit to some new place that you want to be? Because you know what? I've studied mindset for many, many years. And it's a work in progress, believe me, because every time you think, okay, you've got something mastered, well, then there's something else to master. So it's never ending. Don't think that just because you got here, because what do they say? The thinking that got you where you are is not the thinking that you need to think to get you where you want to be. Does that make sense? So if something's not working for you, watch, because a lot of the thoughts that we think are so quick and so ingrained into us that we don't even notice. We don't even notice things. And when you do something that you're proud of, celebrate that, because then your brain starts looking for more of that. One of the articles I read just recently was called, I can't remember exactly. Actually, let me see if I can find it. I have it here. So this is a really good practice for people to do. I'm going to challenge you guys to do this practice. I found it on, I think You Inc. or something. Anyway, it's the 23-minute ritual that will transform your whole day. And it says, how cool is science? Now you can set yourself up every morning for an awesome day by doing these simple activities. And our author here, Marcel Schwantes, I think is his name. He said he learned this from an author, Sean Aker. And I actually read Sean Aker's book. It's called The Happiness Advantage. But he recommends training your brain to be more positive. So some people kind of do an eye roll and say, well, how do you train your brain to be more positive? Just by, meditating and stuff. But there's scientific fact to back up a lot of this stuff for you scientists that need the backing. Aker says if you can raise somebody's level of positivity in the present, then their brain experiences what we now call a happiness advantage. Your brain at positive performs significantly better than at negative, neutral, or stressed. Your intelligence rises, your creativity rises, and your energy levels rise. So this can really help you when you're looking at doing creative financing. If you get stressed, it's like your brain shuts off. It doesn't work. So practice a few deep breaths when you get stressed and change the way that you're thinking, okay? So this is what he says. The way to set up your happiness advantage for the day is to take this simple routine that takes about 26 minutes. And this is how he describes it. He says, write down 3 acts of gratitude. So he says, write down what 3 new acts of gratitude. So not something that you're consistently grateful for. So I'm consistently grateful for the food on my table. I'm consistently grateful for my family. I'm consistently grateful. But think of something new that you're grateful for. You know, yesterday I had 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, I had a guy call me out of the blue from BC. And here he'd seen my ad on Facebook, and he just thought, I'm just going to take a chance and see if I can connect with her. And he did. So I'm going, who's calling me at 9:30 on a Sunday morning from BC area code? I thought it was one of my friends. So I answered, and I ended up having this really cool 30-minute conversation with this guy who's looking to maybe get some multifamilies and raise capital and stuff like that. So, and you know what? So I celebrated that. I went, wow, that was something new. You know, how many times do you get a potential client calling you at 9:30 on a Sunday morning? So it was really interesting. So I wrote that one down. There's a couple other things I wrote down. I think I had a couple more people sign up into my program overnight. So that was new. I wrote their names down. So grateful to have so-and-so and so-and-so join my program last night. And it's so cool to get up in the morning and see that little ding that says somebody sent you money overnight. I really like that. So I was grateful for that. And I can't remember what the third one is. But anyway, I wrote it down. So practice that. Write it down. Those 3 things that you're grateful for. And then and that would take you about 2 minutes. Then the next one it says is journal one positive experience. And it says writing in detail about the positive experience that you've experienced in the last 24 hours helps you relive it. So that gives you more happiness in your life, right? And mine today was that, like, I am so glad that I have girls and daughters because I love watching dance, and they're so good. Like, they're just awesome, amazing dancers, not just my girls, but the other girls that get up there and perform. So I rethought about the experience I had there watching some of the stuff that these kids were doing, and just what amazing dancers there were, and how I really enjoyed that. And I was just sitting there in a moment of gratitude watching them, thinking, I'm so lucky that I have girls. I just love my girls, you know? And so I relived that. So if you relive it, that's like experiencing it twice. Now, on the other side of the fence, if you relive something that somebody did to you or said to you and it pissed you off, or pardon the language on here, I'm not sure if they bleep me out or not, then you relive that too, and that doesn't make you feel good. So relive only the moments that make you feel good. There's your happiness advantage. Isn't that powerful? I love it. So anyway, that should take you about 2 minutes. And on here it says, if you do this ritual every morning for 21 days, your brain reprograms with this trajectory of meaning running throughout your life. In fact, research found that patients suffering from chronic pain or disease who did this for 6 weeks in a row had dropped their pain medication by 50% 6 months later. Isn't that awesome? That's so cool. What else? I'm getting some good comments on here. I better go back. Good morning, Judy. Are you still in Palm Springs? I'm still jealous. Harry says, I need to write a few business plans, and it seems I'm unable to get my mind into drafting them. Wait for a day when you're in the mood. And if you find that there's too many days go by that you're not in the mood, let's talk. You got some coaching hours to go through. I could spend some time with you and help you through that. Savannah says, good morning. Sorry, didn't know you were going to be live today, so join late. No worries. 10 a.m. every Monday morning I get on and do my Mindset Mondays. So Savannah says, oh my God, I send out 3 graduate text messages every morning when I wake up. Gratitude. It's amazing to hear that others are doing the same. Yeah, actually, and that's next. Corny says, mindset is a consistent effort. Just when you think you've arrived, you step into the next level. And the next level requires a further shift in mindset in order for you to get to the next level. If your growth in mindset plateaus, your ability to grow will stop. That's brilliant. You're so right, Corny. And Carla says, yeah, it's crazy to think how powerful our mind truly is. I know. And I learn more about that every day. And it's amazing. You know, I've noticed a huge shift since I started doing my daily gratitude practice. And this is new, but I've been doing similar things. I think I'm on day like 68 or something, and not in a row. I've missed the odd day, but I'm still day 68 since January, so I'm doing really, really good. Or maybe it was February, I can't remember. Most days I got anyway. And I'm noticing definitely a mindset shift for myself. So anyway, the next one is exercise. So it says, even if you hate exercise, the author says that a short burst of fun cardio activity, think hula hoops, working in the garden, dancing, or a brisk walk with the dog, works wonders. The reason why exercise is so key to your morning routine is that it literally trains your brain to believe my behaviors matter, which then carries positively into other activities throughout the day. So there's 15 minutes of the 26 minutes. Now, I haven't incorporated that one yet. I like to sit and meditate a little longer. I only work out 2-3 days a week, but I think I'm going to try to add that one in. Meditation is another really big thing. Breathe and watch your breath go in and out for 2 minutes. This allows your brain to focus on one thing and be present in the moment, which is another thing that will raise accuracy rates, improve levels of happiness, and reduce stress levels. 2 minutes again. And then number 5, and this is exactly what Savannah just mentioned, and I haven't done this one before, so I added it in over the weekend. I think this is so powerful. Express kindness through a text or an email. The most important of the 5, write a positive email or text every morning praising or thanking someone you know. And do it for a different person each day. Akers says people who do this become known as positive leaders with strong social connections, the greatest predictor of long-term happiness. Again, another 2 minutes. So isn't that a powerful 23-minute morning ritual? If you want me to email that to you, let me know on here and I can email it to you, because I gave a copy to my daughter and I said, hey, next time you do an optimism speech, include some of that stuff in there. And I gave it to my husband and I said, hey, you better start meditating every day. He got a brand new phone, so I showed him how to download a meditation app and get his earbuds on in the morning. So I seen him up doing that this morning, and yesterday it was just him and I here, no kids, so we both just laid in bed a little bit longer and did our meditation. So it's very, very powerful exercises, and it can only make your life better. So if you want to share that with someone, like I said, just let me know. Jill says, yes, please, I'll send it out. I do have your email address, Jill, so I'll send it. And if anyone else wants it, just let me know. It's a great way, and it's a great way of taking control so that you're moving ahead in the way you want to move ahead. An email, Savannah says she wants it too. Okay, you know what? I think I got enough here. I'm going to send it out. Everybody here is in my 90 Day to 5K program. I'm going to send you out a copy so that you have it. And I know there's a few of you on here that are in the 90-day program from December and January that didn't finish. Now, my new session is starting tomorrow. So if you want to be included in that and you want to start getting the emails, because I don't want to bombard your email box if you're not interested in joining. But if you want to join up, again, remember it's lifetime access, and you can definitely go through it again, or even for the first time, because some of you I know I haven't got homework or not a lot of homework from. So you may have finished it, but really, if you can finish it and get your homework done, you'll have the best value out of it. And I know that for a fact because those are the students that are really rising to the top. Bev says, bombard me. Yeah, Bev, I've got you on my list. You're going to get it because we haven't got you through. And just because I know you started a little bit late, I just wanted to let you know that my first mindset is coming out later this week. We're just doing the final touches, making the slides all pretty, but it's going to come out, I'm thinking Friday, because I want people to get a chance to work on their mindsets over the weekend for my Mindset Mondays, so we can discuss it a little bit and bring up some things that maybe come up in the meantime, because it's coming out. So the 12-week intensive mindset course, it's called Master Your Money Mindset, because I think that that's a big challenge for people, is mastering their money mindset. They're stuck. There's things that we've been programmed into our minds for years and years. And I'm going to give you an example because I was talking to a good friend of mine yesterday, and this lady is so talented, and she's a super friend, and she's such a connector, and she wants to take my my 90-day to 5K course and the mindset course, and she just wasn't sure how she could afford it. So I phoned her up on I think it was Saturday or Sunday, I can't remember. And I said, Diane, you can afford it. And this is why. I said, you've given me some really good referrals lately, and they've signed up for the course. So I said, you get a referral fee for that. And so that's how you can afford the course. I'm just going to, instead of me paying you out cash, I'll just swap it over for you. Does that work? And she goes, oh my gosh, yes, absolutely, that works. So sometimes you just put it out there. And she said to me, and I really want to take your course, but I can't swing it right now. She's going on a trip. Understandable. And I thought to myself, oh, I know you. Let's see what I can work out. So that's what we worked out. So the other thing she was doing is she said my girls had indicated an interest. Diane actually auctioned off or had draw tickets put in for a really beautiful picture of an owl. And I know, Bev, you were in that draw, but you didn't win. Sorry. Who is actually somebody who won there? Actually, I think, Harry, it was your wife, wasn't it? That won that owl picture. Was just beautiful. Anyway, a bunch of people indicated that they would love to learn how to paint that owl. So Diane was making, trying to decide what day she could set it up. My girls wanted paint and learn, maybe not how to paint an owl, but they want to take a painting class with her. So she was trying to figure out prices and all that kind of stuff. And she's always concerned about other people's pocketbooks. And I said to her, you got to quit doing that. You got to value yourself better. Because, if you look at that picture, we all wanted that picture. It was gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. And first of all, she raffled it off for the Habitat for Humanity charity, which is wonderful. She's a wonderful person that way. But now she's offering to help people paint that if they want to paint it. And so if anybody is interested, I think I'm actually going to hold a painting class at my house for some of my daughters and maybe a couple of their friends and a few adults that had indicated interest in doing that. We're still determining between a date, April 9th or April 12th. And I'm thinking it's probably going to have to be the 12th because my girls have dance on the 9th. So if somebody's interested in that, reach out and I'll make sure that you get an invitation to it. But and you guys might be mad at me because I said to her, you're giving it away too cheap. You charge higher. So you might not like that, but she does. She says, yes, I know. You know what? It was so ingrained into me for years and years and years, right from my parents, that said, you know what, be thrifty, be careful, watch out for a rainy day. And so many parents do that, thinking that they're taking care of us. And in a way it is, but they harbor or they dampen our ability to think big. So another challenge I have for you this week is think big. Think bigger. If you're used to charging $50 an hour, ask yourself how you can charge 100. You can increase the value by adding things in, like Diane's adding in the canvas and the paintbrushes and all this kind of stuff, so we don't have to run out and buy it. And I said that, you have to do that, because I know if I got to run out and buy paintbrushes and canvas, well, first of all, I don't know what kind of canvas to buy. I don't know what kind of paintbrushes to buy. If she just takes care of that, I quite willing will pay more. And I said, you got to take your time into effect. You're out running around doing that kind of stuff, So I know some people might not like that I got her to increase her prices, but it's so important, and it's important for each and every one of you too. If you're not charging what you're worth, or you're not making enough money, the first thing I want you to ask yourself is not how can I make more money, but how can I add more value? So there's your mantra for the week. How can I add more value? Harry says, I was looking at deals at apartments for sale on the weekend and came across a 201 unit deal in Vancouver. 10,950,000. My question is, what's wrong with this picture? It's downtown Vancouver for 55,000 a door. Seems questionable to me. Yes, I would question it too. Talk to the realtor who has it listed and just see what it is. Maybe it's a tear down to be made into a parking lot. Who knows? They say that parking and storage facilities are a great place for Vancouver. So, good conversation I had about that the other day too. So you're always learning stuff if you're open. So yeah, call the realtor, say, what's up? 55,000 a door in Vancouver when I'm hearing 400,000 a door? Something wrong. Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, well, if there's no other questions, I'm just going to double check my time here. But it looks like I'm past my time. So thank you very much for being on the call. I hope I got you off to a good start for Mindset Monday. And I will see you all on Friday for real estate. I am not exactly sure what my topic's going to be yet, but it's going to be there. And just one quick reminder before I sign off is that tomorrow is the last day to register for, I think Chandel said today, but even tomorrow as long as you don't do it right at 7 o'clock, I might miss you. But our 90 day to 5K course starts tomorrow at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And there's still room for more people if you want to join. Regular $5,000 on sale for $19.97, and it's valuable. There's a lot of people signed up. We've got over 30 people in this, and there's still more people looking at it. I'm not sure how many people we'll have before tomorrow, but I'm really excited to see. So yeah, if you're interested in checking that out, tomorrow is the day. And Savannah says, can you explain how that's done? So I think what you mean is the webinar. So yeah, you yesterday or this morning, for the few of you that signed up last night, you would have got a link that says, please register for the webinar. When you register for the webinar, then you're given another link and a few reminders between now and then of when it starts. And then you will tonight or tomorrow probably get access to your membership site, because once it's recorded and it's sent over to Chandel, then she posts it on the website for review. Does that make sense? No, it's not live every day for 90 days. What it is it's once a week. Yeah, it's once a week. So once a week for about an hour. And then from there, you're going to get homework, which will be between 5 and 10 hours each week. So it'll feel like I'm in your inbox every day. It'll feel like we're talking every day, because you'll hear my voice in that homework. And then, of course, when you send your homework back, quite often you'll get feedback on if you've done everything really good. I say that too. But if there's things that you need to work on, I'll say that too. So yes, once a week, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. MST or 8 p.m. CST. No, just wait, I said that wrong. 8 p.m. Saskatchewan time. Somebody else can figure out the time zones. I'm not really good at that. Even this morning I missed a call because I said CST, and Saskatchewan never ever changes its time. So I guess on the off times like now, we're actually considered MST. So that's the time it is, but you will get it. What I like to do is when I register for that webinar, I actually save it into my calendar, and that way it saves to my time zone when I save it. So, and then your homework assignment will be in the membership site. So you should all get access to that. So thank you very much. And I will talk to you guys all on Friday. Bye for now. Harry says, I'm hoping to improve my second round. I can appreciate your reminders. Absolutely. Okay, I'll get you on the list too again, Harry. And please, if I miss anyone, because I've been doing this myself, so I've been entering everybody's email in there so that I have them on the list. If anybody's missed, please reach out to me, text or email, or get on my Facebook Live and let me know in the Facebook group if I missed you. Please, please. It's not because I did on purpose. It's when you're dealing with a lot of people, it's easy to miss one person. So please let me know. Yes, you'll be getting a separate link for the mindset class, and that is I think actually what I'm doing is the mindset class is pre-recorded, so I'm sending it. I'm going to record it hopefully Thursday or maybe Friday. I'm waiting for, like I said, the final slides on it, and it'll come to your inbox. It's not going to be live. I'm just doing it so it's almost like live, and then we're going to have a live Q&A with that as well. So. You'll get more information on it soon though. So yeah, my mindset course, if anybody's interested in signing up for that, please let me know. Regular $14.97, on sale for $5.97. And of course, if you sign up for the 90-day to 5K program, you get a deal with that too. So I will talk to you all very, very soon, and shoot me out an email if you need any more information about that. Thanks very much. Bye for now.